Welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. And watch your step on the moving walkway because we're taking you park to park to prepare you for your next visit. Let's Discover Universal.
Welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. I'm Kari, and my new favorite ride is Pteranodon Flyers.
And I'm David, and I definitely meet the height requirements for all the rides.
Hi, I'm Noah. My favorite ride is Pteranodon Flight.
Noah?
That's Kari's new favorite ride.
The same favorite. That's awesome. We are so excited. As you can hear, there is a new voice in the studio.
Yep.
We are welcoming our youngest and, dare I say, coolest friend to be interviewed today. Today, the episode is Universal Orlando through the eyes of a kid. And we got to hang with actually two of the coolest kids today.
That's right.
Our executive producer, Michelle's nephews, Noah, who is, how old are you, Noah?
5.
5 years old. And Luke, who is
1.
1.
1-year-old.
Yes.
Excellent.
So like a baby and then, like a young, cool dude. That's you.
Kid.
That kid. We'll give him that. Sounds good. We're going to be walking you through all of the rides, the experiences, dining, tips and tricks, height requirements, everything that you need to know if you are attending Universal Orlando with a kid.
Or if you are a kid yourself.
That too.
I think we're kids at heart.
I agree.
I think we earned that today.
I do listen to the podcast too.
You like
could listen
listening to
the
our podcast?
too.
No, is this your favorite podcast?
I think so.
I hope so. Noah, we had so much fun today, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Amazing.
We had a blast.
We gotta
Today
walk
was
through our
one
day.
of the most fun days.
But after this once we ride the rest of the rides we are going to do, we're going to come back again and tell you the rest.
Oh, he's ready for another episode
Yes.
after this.
Absolutely.
You may become a mainstay host, Noah.
Probably.
Probably.
Like you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Our
That'd
kid
be awesome.
correspondent.
I love it. Well, let's talk a little bit about what we did today.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We started the day right here at the studio, and we
did.
tried to plan out our day.
Yes.
So we went and got a few of the paper park maps.
Yes.
And we sat down with Noah. We spread them out on the table, and we were like, Noah, what do you want to do? That was the whole plan for the day.
That was it.
It's Noah's day, right?
Noah Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time I did this.
Exactly. Hopefully not the last. So let's talk about how we were planning when we were looking at the maps today. What were you kind of thinking? Were you thinking...
There's Luke. Hey, Luke.
Luke's here too. Luke was digging the planning process as well. Were you thinking to maybe go to the back of the park first? Were you thinking to try and do your favorite ride first? What was your idea?
Well, I wanted to do Minions first.
Despicable Me Minion Mayhem
That's
is
right.
exactly what we did first. That's right. It's Noah Day. You get to choose.
And why do you like Despicable Me Minion Mayhem?
I don't know. I just like the characters. I like what happens in it. It is a little scary for me, but scary amount of scary I like.
And the amount of scary you like.
Just the right amount.
Perfect.
I appreciate
Now.
that.
Yes.
It was fun. So we were going on the ride. It's kind of like a motion ride, right? So our cars
Yeah.
were moving back and forth with the movie.
But there's also one that doesn't move.
That's
Yes.
right. And that's
Luke
where
and-
your mom and
Luke, Mom, and Michelle sit on.
Correct.
That's right. So if you do want to go with a shorter companion or maybe a younger sibling or something,
Or
there's
maybe you
places-
just don't want the motion.
Or maybe you just don't want the motion. Good point, David. There's a lot of times that I've had too many churros and the front row is where I belong. So it's what we call the stationary seating. So those are the cars that don't move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like seats that move or seats that don't move,
Exactly.
but still moves like this.
Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem is a great story.
It's so cute.
Do you
it's
have
an
a favorite
adorable story.
A favorite character?
Well, yeah.
Who is it?
Gru. I mean, the Minions and Despicable Me.
And as soon as we got off the ride, who was waiting for us at the dance party? Gru was there, right?
Yeah, Gru.
That was
and
awesome.
one of the girls.
Margot. Luke had a great time meeting Margot
Oh my gosh.
and Gru. Did you see that? Your little brother gave them such big
Yeah.
hugs.
Luke is a walker.
Yes, he is.
He is
Fresh.
of walking age,
Yes, fresh
freshly.
walker.
But he gave Gru such a big hug, and it was so cute.
It was awesome.
Oh my goodness, we got so many cute pictures
Yes.
of, and it's so funny because anytime Luke would meet a character, he would hug them and he would give them little pats.
Yep.
Little
Adorable.
Pats in the arm, pats on the head.
Like all the characters do sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, what did we do after we left Despicable Me Minion Mayhem?
I forgot what we did next.
We walked up the
we
street here
met.
and we ran into some friends right outside the studio. Do you remember?
Yep.
And who was that?
Scooby-Doo and the others.
And others.
That's right.
I think that's the name of the show, Scooby-Doo and others.
I would love that. Daphne was out there. Fred was out there. Shaggy and Velma.
And
I know you
the
talked to
van, the
them.
mystery machine, we took a picture in front of the van. Scooby and his friends were so happy to meet you. They talked to us forever.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you got their autograph too.
That's right. It was on the map. They were sitting
yeah.
down with Luke and they were showing Luke where to go on the map and circling things and telling them where they would find monsters and mummies and, the various thing that the Scooby Gang encounters.
Always. What did we do after that?
E.T., I think.
E.T. Adventure.
Correct.
That was awesome, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. What was your favorite part about E.T.?
Well, I liked when we started going over the buildings and the end when E.T. said,
That's my favorite part too. I
And
love
the
when we fly
end.
over the buildings.
I like when the fingers almost touch the lights.
Just like the movie.
The lights wanted to happen.
Do you remember you did an E.T. impression? You did his voice?
E.T.
No, you're such a rock star. You guys, we had so much fun. I wish
I
you
like
could have been
that
here.
one too. E.T. said our names.
Yeah?
We went to his home planet. That was a blast.
You too may be
Okay.
lucky enough for E.T. to
I
say your
almost
name.
got splashed.
You almost did get splashed.
That is true.
Yeah.
So then we went from those aliens to different aliens. Because then we went to Men in Black Alien Attack, remember?
Yeah.
And you were looking forward to this one. I remember you were talking about Men in Black Alien Attack like earlier in the day.
And we won.
We did. We totally won. You did a really good job. You were zapping bugs left and right. Mm-hmm. All right. If that wasn't enough excitement, then we went into the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
I got my
Diagon Alley.
first wand.
You did.
That was truly a magical experience. You should see Noah right. Luke had a good time too.
Great time.
You should see Noah right now holding his brand new wand. It is almost the size of him, which is the best part. And he was chosen. This wand chose him. Do you remember when you met the wand keeper today?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about that experience. What was it like?
So what happened? We were in the wand keeper's room, and what did he ask you?
Well,
I remember he asked you what your name was. He asked you which hand you use your wand in, right? And you showed him your right hand. And then he picked a wand from the shelf behind him. And then what happened? Do you remember what happened when you swung the wand?
yeah. It wired up everywhere. Then it blew on me.
It's true. It was like a magical aura around you.
Magic in the air.
And all like the music played and everything. And that's how we knew.
And here's the best part. As soon as we left Ollivander's with our new wand, you got to try out some magic in Diagon Alley. Do you remember?
With the windows, I have the things inside.
That's right.
It was pretty much kind of like it.
You did all kinds of magic today.
You were really good at it. Noah, you're a wizard.
Whoa! Noah!
I can't even believe it, Noah. I can't believe I know a wizard.
Yeah,
I'm not always as good as magic. I guess I gotta go back to Hogwarts. I gotta learn more.
I think so.
You've also got to get your own real wand.
Yeah, that would probably help.
You do.
Otherwise, I'm just waving at the windows.
That's true.
But you were doing really well. You were making the magic happen. Remember, you made the water fountain go off.
Yeah.
So we got on the Hogwarts Express. Hogwarts Express was crazy, right? Mm-hmm. What happened on the Hogwarts Express on the train?
Well, I saw a little people. I saw Harry Potter and Hagrid's in it.
That's right. He was flying outside the window.
Yeah, and I saw some chocolate frogs.
You did.
They got loose from the snack cart.
That's right. From the
Oh
trolley.
my goodness, the trolley.
Wow. And we escaped. The Dementors tried to get us, but we escaped. And we made it all the way to Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade.
And I kind of hope those weird people going on or at a door to get away with my wand.
You helped them with your wand. You were so helpful.
I felt like a real wizard that time.
Did you?
You are a real wizard.
You were doing some good magic.
Yep.
You were a natural.
Even the windows and everything.
You
Yep.
were.
And we
You're
remember
very good at the flick and the swish.
we talked about you have to use your wand for good. Only
Yeah.
for good.
Did we talk about that?
Yes. Well,
I didn't have that conversation.
we did.
I
We
missed
had a
that
sidebar.
conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very important. All right. So there we are in the village of Hogsmeade. And we were hanging out and we got to go on another really cool roller
Oh,
coaster.
this is one of our favorites.
Yeah. Flight of the Hippogriff.
Noah, how was the flight of the Hippogriff?
Good.
You rode twice. Was it exciting? Mm-hmm. Tell me your thoughts. Give me a review.
We do turns. Other turns we go this way.
Was it really high and really fast?
Yeah.
But it wasn't too scary, right?
No, I liked it.
Perfect.
Scary enough.
Scary enough. All right, good.
were
When
talking
we
about
got
Flight
off
of
the
Hippogriff.
Hogwarts Express, we went over to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That's one of your favorite places, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Tell me about Pteranodon Flyers. Because you got an extra special experience on Pteranodon Flyers today.
Well, I got to go 3 times.
You did.
That's incredible.
And I got to go with Mom, Kari, and Grayson.
You
No
did.
way.
And the cool thing is, Kari and Grayson had never ridden Pteranodon Flyers.
What a special day.
So you helped us out because you have to ride with a kid if you want to go on Pteranodon Flyers. So we got super lucky that we got to ride it because you were there today.
And everybody has to ride with a kid. It's
That's
so
right.
much
That's true.
fun.
It is so much
It
fun.
is so much fun.
This is going to be fun. You can see the whole Jurassic Park here. My favorite ride because I love cool views. Told you it's fun.
Tell us about it. Like, what were your thoughts? First time on it. Never been on it.
Me?
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the views. I love the fact that you really felt like you were flying. There was nothing under your feet.
Me too.
It's cool, right? And there's like the jungle. Yeah.
I was on the ground looking up at you guys, and I could just see your feet swinging around. It
What
looks
a
like fun,
great
though. I've gotten to go on it before. I've gotten to go on with my friends' kids before.
Oh, cool.
It's a good time.
Well, when we left Jurassic Park and Camp Jurassic, we made our way back to Universal Studios Florida, and we got some yummy ice cream. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling about your day?
Well, I loved it. We might be able to do all the rides here, Audrey, except for the ones I'm not big enough for
Yeah,
That's true.
or small enough for.
that's
Well, I
very
think you're the
smart.
perfect size for a lot of these rides.
If you're big enough, you could, but if you're not, you're not.
Yeah. I think we were talking, we didn't quite make it over to Seuss Landing yet. And I know you wanted to go over there.
The carousel's over there, the Cat in the Hat, the High in the Sky Seuss trolley train ride.
I
wanna
never
go on
want
that one.
that.
Yeah, I want to go on that one.
I've never been on that either. A lot of fun. Is there a ride that you are looking forward to doing later?
Well, yeah, there's one I wanted to do later, but the surprise one, so nobody can know.
Oh.
How are we going to know which ride it is then if you don't tell us if it's a surprise?
Because I know where it is.
Oh,
so
so
you're
we're just going to follow you?
When you see it, you'll know it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's a good plan.
Are
All right.
there
Let's talk Universal Orlando. Okay, so you've been here before, right?
Yeah.
You come with your family all the time, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you ever came here?
No, actually.
No? You've just been coming for so long. Since before you can even remember.
Mm-hmm.
So out of everything, what do you think were some of your favorites?
Well, I like the pterodactyl flyers. That's one of my favorites.
Absolutely. That's a really good one.
And I liked Minions and, well, E.T.
all
That-
good ones? My friends, it is something to come to this theme park, but it is truly something else to see it through the eyes of a kid. So we want to say a huge thank you to Noah for bringing us along on Noah Day, so we get to experience all of our favorite stuff, but with a little bit of a different perspective, seeing it how you see it. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for doing this with us. We'll see you later. Oh,
We're signing off, baby.
All right, now we're doing, we finished our interview with the star of the show.
That's right.
Noah.
We're coming down from high.
But we have his manager,
Yeah.
his mom-ager.
Mom-ager. Melissa is here. That is Michelle's sister. And it's really cool to have her here because we learned kind of what it's like to navigate the parks with a toddler and a kid as a parent.
And a bebe.
Yes, a young
1-year-old?
Yes, 1-year-old. So not quite a toddler, I guess. But Melissa, what kind of tips and tricks maybe would you have for parents coming with young ones?
So I think my biggest tip would definitely be to divide and conquer.
We did a lot of that today, yeah.
Yeah, especially if your little one or younger one likes the characters and your older one doesn't necessarily care, because that's how my two are.
Sure.
Definitely night and day. So yeah, having the little one go meet all the characters, going to do all the experiences that the older one doesn't necessarily want to do, because he's more of a thrill seeker and wants to really focus on the rides and getting as many rides in as he can for his visit, would probably be my biggest tip and takeaway that I just kind of had to figure out.
Yeah, love it. So
We definitely took advantage of a lot of the child swap areas today.
Yes.
So how does that work?
So it's actually really cool. So I absolutely love how they do the child swap here specifically. I love that you don't have to say bye to your family and part ways right at the entrance. Instead, you actually get to wait through the entire queue together, and just at the very end, right before they're about to embark on their journey of getting on the attraction, you'll go into a little private area where sometimes they have a changing station.
wow.
Yeah, sometimes they'll have a changing station and a water refill station, which is really important, especially for any moms who might be breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Those are also really great areas where I used to personally duck out and kind of stay in to nurse, especially having that changing table right there. There's a TV. So if mom wants, some way to occupy their child, that's
sure.
a great way. I know my little one gets hooked on the movies playing in there, and he just is like fixated on it.
Yeah,
because it's
smart.
just, yeah. So it's just a cool way to also make the time go by quickly for everybody involved who is waiting in those, which is really nice, I think.
That's helpful.
And then obviously when the family's done with the ride, they swap places. And if you wanted to ride the attraction,
Exactly. You just hop right on.
You go right in, right? They don't make you wait again, of course.
So yeah, we've done child swap at Jurassic World Velocicoaster, which was seamless and a really, really enjoyable experience for the entire crew who went through the queue, and the entire time in the child swap area was also really enjoyable for everybody. Everyone has a good time, which is good.
And I noticed today we had the stroller with us for Luke, and
Yes.
we didn't really struggle with the stroller at all.
No.
There were a few times where we would take like kind of a different way and take like an elevator up instead of stairs or something like that. So that was very accommodating as well.
Yeah, that's the key, though. I definitely learned. So in the stroller, which you guys actually didn't see today, I have a little hip pack. And so I'm prepared for those moments where the stroller is a bit more difficult to get through, either baby wearing or wearing him on the hip, to just park the stroller, especially in those areas such as Diagon Alley, where it's a little bit more narrow and everything is closer together. And they make that really convenient because everything is just right there. So you can kind of hop in and out of one place to the other. But you don't have to worry about the stroller. It can get kind of congested in those sort of areas. Yeah. And so that's in those areas, I would say just be a bit more mindful with that. And it's a bit easier to just carry the kid if you have help with two, or more kids, because definitely that can get exhausting. But the rest of the park is phenomenal at making sure that they make it easy to navigate through with a stroller, for sure.
Well, and like some attractions, so like outside of Despicable Me and Minion Mayhem, you'll see there's like stroller parking areas. So the ones that you're not able to bring the stroller actually inside the building, they'll have like a separate area where they'll
stroller
and they have
parking
plenty.
is complimentary.
And on the Hogwarts Express today.
Oh,
we had a little magical moment there with the stroller.
That was, to me, above and beyond, and I wasn't even driving a stroller. Like they were. Tell them about their stroller situation.
Yeah, we walked up and I was full. I mean, if you're a mom or a parent, you're always prepared to get on some sort of transportation and be ready to do that, like, parent hustle of like, okay, you get this, you get that, you get the bag. Everybody around, grab something. We got to fold the stroller.
And the
Like,
fold up,
hurry up, we
yeah.
got to get going.
Right.
So yeah, it's always like that last minute stress of
Yeah.
like, you know it's coming, but you never do it. So
Yeah.
I was in that mental space, and we walked up to board into our cabin, and the
Porters.
porters,
Porters,
yeah, they looked at me and just said, "Ma'am, put the stroller right over here and head on in." And I was like, "Yeah, but like this? Is this?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's perfect." And I was mind blown because I didn't have to fold the stroller, and we left all of the stuff on the stroller. The diaper bag was there. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it was great.
And the porters load it onto the
Yes.
Hogwarts
Yeah.
Express for you.
yes,
And
then
unload
when we
it.
got off,
Yeah.
it was just magically there.
I love it.
It was magical.
Strollers are also magical in the
Yes.
Wizarding World of Harry
Yes.
Potter, Diagon Alley.
They just move themselves.
It's phenomenal. It really is. Yeah, that was an extra like stroke of, I don't know, convenience, I think, that they put on that.
So let's talk our day with Noah and Luke. So if you're coming to the park with especially smaller kids, right? I feel like there's got to be a lot of considerations on like keeping them happy, keeping them like out of the sun, keeping them fed, keeping them their energy up and everything like that. So like, how do you kind of plan your day when you're coming with the little guys?
So planning my day definitely starts from the day before, just needing to make sure that I am fully prepared as much as I can be.
Sure.
Things are always unexpected when you have kids, but you can prepare as much as you can. So I always get the diaper bag ready. I just make sure that I have plenty of diapers and wipes and the change of clothes and some snacks. But when I get to the park, I do find that there is plenty for both of my kids to be able to snack on and munch on along the way,
Yeah.
which is really helpful. My older one, I don't know that you really, heard him if you did, but he loves popcorn. And he
Love
did
popcorn.
eat some popcorn today.
Yep.
So that was his day was made. My little one really likes bread.
Okay.
Loves bread.
We have that in common.
Carbs.
So, yes, all the carbs. So, like the soft baked pretzels are a hit
Yeah.
because they're just nice and warm and fluffy.
Yeah.
And he's got 4 little teeth that he can just kind of munch on.
Gum
and
away.
also, it's also great for teething. So, it's like a 2-in-1.
Nice.
To really help him. Also, just really kind of figuring out how you can navigate the park the best. So thinking about if you do have a younger one and you're a nursing mom, just knowing where you can go. So for instance, in both of the parks, there is a designated place in first aid of both sides of the park. And then for changing diapers or even potty training is a big one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
There are a plethora of restrooms around, which is really nice. And a couple of the bathrooms actually have kiddie toilets. So
Smart.
Yeah. So if you go into the stall, it'll be a little bit lower
Yeah.
than the average toilet size to help those little ones.
It's wild for someone who does not have children to like think about that and be like, oh, of course, you need a place to nurse. You'd like a kiddie toilet. Like that's
Yeah.
so helpful. I'm glad that Universal is focusing on some of those
Yes.
details.
Yeah.
Makes it convenient. Now, as a mom of both a picky eater, now that Noah's out of the room, we can talk about the mac and cheese situation. And Luke, who is hard of hearing.
Yes.
Are there any accommodations that you've noticed that Universal commits to kind of help out? any specialties?
I have, yeah. So I'll go with Luke first. He is moderately hard of hearing, and so he does wear hearing aids. And although he can't read yet, I do appreciate that all across property, on attractions, on TVs that are just spread across, again, in that child swap room, there's TVs. Yeah, pretty much everywhere that they have TVs. I have noticed that they have closed captionings on or make the ability to be turned on, which I think is really, really important and just really special for them to be able to do.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's as far as what I've noticed. I'm sure as he gets older, I'll find more things, which will be exciting the same way that I got excited about that.
Right.
And then picky eaters. So yeah, Noah was doing that fun game that all parents know of where they try to make it look like they're eating. So they're just spreading their food all around to make holes on the plates and like really hope that their parents aren't noticing and talking, nonstop talking and just moving the fork around so that you hopefully don't realize what they're doing. But you caught on pretty early on, but it's okay. You let it happen anyways. I have had a couple of different instances where if I'm at a sit-down restaurant where the server will pick up on it and kind of point out, hey, bud, notice you haven't really eaten that. Are we not liking that? Is there a different option that I can get for you that's on the menu? Or they'll ask him what it is that he wants, and they have made it for him. So he likes just plain spaghetti with butter and Parmesan. And a lot of places will have spaghetti with meat sauce or red sauce. And he just wants it plain. Yeah. He's just a plain kid. And in like the best way possible. I love him with my whole heart. But he's very simple, or just cheese, pizza, no pepperoni, no meat, no anything. We actually have a easier time finding options for him than my husband. But he, not that it's his doing, because he's just one in, hundreds, thousands of people, but he is gluten-free.
Okay.
And so we have noticed the evolution of Universal's menu, which is really exciting, honestly, as well as myself, because I do stick to more of a vegetarian diet.
Gotcha.
So I steer more towards veggies than meat. Yeah. But those menus are expanding all throughout, which is really exciting. And I have noticed there's a lot of vegan options now, which I got really excited because there's vegan pizza fries now. So I can eat them. Yes. So that made me really excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, gluten-free buns, gluten-free, what am I trying to say? Like breaded chicken, dough. Yeah, there's just a lot more options that are coming. And we watched the uphill of it all going, like it was getting there. And it was really slow of like, there's a vegetarian option. There's a vegan option. There's one gluten option. And now it's like almost everywhere you go, it'll be either a separate menu or it'll just have that option down there. So for lunch today, he had a chicken sandwich and changed the regular bun to a gluten-free bun.
Perfect.
Which is just a super easy swap. And they're really careful about that too with gluten or allergies or anything specifically. They will specially deliver that and make sure that you know that it's an allergen-friendly food.
Well, we did have an amazing conversation with Nicole Martino, who is our Universal nutritionist, who talked to us specifically about picky eaters, but more than that, like you said, kids that have gluten sensitivities or allergies, and how important it is to not only have those options, also that they taste delicious and ensure the safety of your child and their enjoyment, really in the park. So that's great. Yeah. That's great that you're noticing that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Shout out to that episode.
Woo, yeah, check it out. One last thing before we go. If there is something that you could say to Universal Orlando Resort as a mom, a thank you, whatever. If there's anything that you could say, anything that makes it more convenient, what would you say to them?
I would truly just say thank you for being so aware, I think, of obviously the guests that come to this park. Their goal is to bring in families, but I don't think that they realize everything that they really do. And that just goes all across the board, from the team members to the entertainment performers to, the silly things like the restrooms, having the toilets a little bit lowered, making sure that there's plenty of walking space all across. I mean, right now I'm looking at traffic coming and going and people walking through, and it's just not congested at all. There's a two-way street. There's 2 large sidewalks, plenty of room for you to be able to get through with a single stroller, a double stroller, wrangling the stroller and kids. I mean, my biggest thank you truly is to the entertainment that they offer, because without them, things would feel much different. And although rides are wonderful, there's just something really special about getting to meet these characters.
That's awesome. Well, we're proud to bring that to you. Thank you for bringing your family here. And when the kids grow up, they're going to be in a whole nother.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a whole nother ballpark. Thank you so much for being our official mom VIP tips today.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me and my little one.
Of course.
Thanks for letting us borrow Noah to go ride Pteranodon Flyers.
Oh, anytime. Anytime. I'll just drop him off and
Done.
Yeah, deal.
Oh my gosh, we're going to eat so much ice cream.
What an incredible day with Noah today. We had a blast.
It's so much fun. Like I said, I saw things so differently
Absolutely.
with a kid.
I mean, we skipped kind of, the bigger. We didn't go on Jurassic World Velocicoaster
Right,
this time.
right.
The things that I would probably prioritize.
For sure.
But, like, you come with a kid, you see things through fresh eyes.
Yeah.
We got to share in, like, his joy and his fun.
Okay, Noah finds
We
joy
had
in
a
everything,
blast.
which is so much fun. And he noticed like little details about things.
yeah.
For example, we were in line for Flight of the Hippogriff. We were in line, but he saw the seats and how they almost looked like they were woven baskets or something.
Right,
He was
yeah.
like, "Are we riding in baskets?" And I was like, "What?" It just
Yes.
stuff stuck out to him that I just never thought to think of. Thought to think of? That's not a thing.
Thought to think
I
of.
don't know. Well, we did get 2 interviews for the price of one because
I love
we
it.
talked to Noah and we talked to his mom, and it was really cool, again, to see it through the eyes of a parent, things that are important to them.
Yeah, so we ran through our day today. A bit of a truncated day. We didn't get to do absolutely everything.
Yep.
Some other great things that we didn't quite get to. Of course, we didn't make it to Seuss Landing today.
Sure.
But for families, it's great over there. You got Carousel. You got the High in the Sky Seuss Trolley Train Ride, which is that really cool train that goes all around the top of the land. You get to kind of see everything from the top down.
Yep.
Of course, there's 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Say that 5 times fast.
Something of a water ride.
It is if you don't listen to the instructions.
That's
it will
true.
splash you if you don't move your fish out of the way.
Right.
There's the Cat in the Hat ride over there. So much fun. And then over here at Universal Studios Florida, we have Race to New York starring Jimmy Fallon, which is a fun, family-friendly ride. Of course, Animal Actors on Location, a family favorite show.
Yep.
Who doesn't love seeing those animals?
So cute.
Incredibly talented. So cool. Transformers The Ride 3D is a great one for the kids, especially if they love Transformers.
Yep.
Back over at Universal's Islands of Adventures, of course, we have Marvel Superhero Island. What kid doesn't love superheroes?
Man, and if you do have a kid that loves superheroes,
Yeah.
you can meet them. That's
right.
another cool thing, are these character experiences. Spider-Man, Wolverine, Storm, Rogue, Cyclops, Captain America. You run the gamut.
There's even the villains.
Your kid has a villainous, sinister side. They can meet Dr. Doom and Green Goblin.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
you bring a good point. We talked about it a little bit with Noah and Melissa, but like we had so much fun with entertainment today.
Yeah, we did.
With our entertainment team members, with
Yep.
our amazing characters out there. We were hanging out with Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang out here at Hollywood Boulevard. We saw Blue the Velociraptor.
Yeah.
That was
That
so
was a
much
really
fun.
good moment. Really good moment.
But yeah, meeting the superheroes, getting to see some of our special events. I mean, right now, as we're recording, it's the holidays. So we have Universal's Holiday Parade featuring Macy's coming up later, which we're pretty excited to go watch. If it's in the spring, of course, we have Mardi Gras going on at Universal
Oh,
with
yeah.
that parade, all those amazing performers out there. So much fun.
Mega shout out to our wand keeper today at Ollivanders. Like,
That was, you want to see everyone in the room with a tear in their eye.
oh, I was sobbing. I met Noah this morning at 9:00, and I was like, my child has been chosen.
He was
I
chosen
like,
by the wand keeper. The wand keeper does
Buckets.
this very special experience where they help, the wand selects you and there's all the effects and the music and the lights and everything.
And Noah,
Noah was so in. He was locked in.
He went into the wand shop, and there's Hermione's wand is in there,
Sure.
and George Weasley's wand, and Fleur Delacour's, and he's looking at all these wands, and he goes, "Well, I want to be chosen. I want a real one." And as soon, I'm tearing up when I'm saying this. The wand keeper gave him the wand, and he held it in his hands. He went, "It's real," in his little voice, and I was like, "Oh, Noah, whew, you got your magical experience. That was real, true magic in that room."
And then just watching him go nail the magical effects with the wand experience out around Wizarding World of Harry Potter
Unnatural.
Diagon Alley.
Crushed it. Awesome.
He was doing the magic better than I was.
Yeah.
I take a few more swishes and flicks. He was getting it like right first time. It
When
was
you're
amazing.
a real wizard with a real wand,
He's a real wizard.
he's got a leg up.
Real wizard.
We had a great time dining today. We had some awesome snacks, as Noah said. We had that delicious popcorn and some churros. Melissa said that she likes those soft pretzels for the little ones. Maybe if they're teething, she gets a little 2-for-1 fluffy inside, outside chewy situation. But we also had a great time. There were kids menus and smaller portions available at all of our table service restaurants. So certainly kid-friendly dining as well, and allergy accommodation.
I keep thinking of so much. There's so many things running through my head.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Luke hugging all the characters and giving them little pats. And I'm so happy we were able to get My Universal Photos today, which is our photo service here at Universal.
About that.
So there's a few different options with My Universal Photos, but that's our park photo service. And the one that we got today is like the unlimited pass. So you can order individual prints if you like the photos, but we have like all the digital photos basically on our account that came with the purchase. So it was perfect for like when we were meeting Gru after Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, and Luke goes in for the hug, and our amazing photographer there was just snapping it, and it was like already just so many incredible photos, so many cool moments.
Yep.
And then that happened all over the park. So all the ride photos, we got to put those on our My Universal Photos. Our character meet and greets. There's some photo ops around the park. There's some like automatic ones.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, like you can take a photo with the dinosaur over at Jurassic Park.
Yep.
And you scan your pass and you press a button and it goes, blink, 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 and takes your photo. And there you go.
Universal makes it easy to capture the memories and take them home, reprint them however you want to.
And ones that we might have missed on our phones, they're right there. So that was really cool. Man, we just had a blast today.
Oh, we did.
I think we need to just wrap it up.
Take 5. Number 1, there's something for everyone here at Universal Orlando Resort. We've got rides, we've got characters, we've got shows, play areas like Camp Jurassic.
Love Camp Jurassic.
Specialty attractions, accommodations, all kinds of cool dining options and fun treats. Listen, if you're coming here with your kids, I can personally guarantee they're going to have a great time.
Number 2, accommodations, just like you said, Kari, for everything, whether you have a picky eater or maybe allergy concerns, disabilities, Universal is really here to make sure everyone can come enjoy the parks as a family together and have a great day.
Number 3, know that there are some height requirements for our attractions here. It was cool talking to Melissa because it was almost like milestones when Noah hit these specific inches, and it was almost a celebration. It's like, now he can ride these new rides, and the next time he can ride these. Yeah, so it's really cool to celebrate with your child, but know that if they are even as tiny as 34 inches, they can still enjoy attractions like E.T. Adventure. Once they hit 36 inches, Skull Island Reign of Kong, Pteranodon Flyers, Flight of the Hippogriff, The Cat in the Hat, High in the Sky, Seuss Trolley Train Ride, and then it goes up from there. So there's a lot of really cool attractions for our tiniest adventurers out there. There's a height sign as soon as you come into the front of all 3 of our parks that will let you know exactly how tall your child is. You can measure them right there, and it will tell you what attractions are delineated by height. So you can decide right then and there what attractions you might be jumping for based on your child's height. So, but if you do have a child that maybe doesn't meet those height requirements, there's a child swap for those that may need it. And Melissa walked you through all of the very cool child swap accommodations that are in there, some fun extras that you may experience.
Number 4, I was so proud of Noah today. He put in the miles.
He was the director.
He was leading
tour
the group,
director.
really.
Yes, he was.
Did not get tired at all. Of course, Melissa had the stroller for little Luke, but if we needed one today, you can purchase stroller rentals at our parks for the little guys. Give them a rest. And, the added benefit is you can kind of put some of your stuff on top of the stroller.
That's right.
In fact, like Melissa said, you can pack ahead, bring everything you need, snacks, diapers, drinks, whatever they need. Plan for the day.
And souvenirs.
Exactly.
Number 5, listen, if you're coming with your family, the My Universal Photos option is such a great way to capture those memories. That is available for purchase at various locations throughout the park. Let our photographers do the work. You just put your phones away. You just focus on having a great time, smiling, enjoying each other's company, and then you get to look at those photos at a later time.
I can't wait to look through ours today.
Me too.
We did a lot. Yeah.
I can't wait to see Luke with Gru and Margot. That's the one photo I'm really looking forward to today.
I hope they captured the little pats.
The little hand pats. So good. As you can see, Universal Through the Eyes of a Kid is just as special as anything else, maybe even more so because they are just full of joy and so delightful to be around.
I have so many memories being here as a kid. So it was fun to make some memories with Noah today.
For sure. Well,
That's great.
We nailed it. Thank you so much to Melissa and Luke and Noah, and to our executive producer, Michelle, to our sound engineer, Grayson. Thank you to David, and thank you to all of our amazing listeners out there. It's really coincidental that this is Through the Eyes of a Kid because our other sound engineer, Art, recently just had his baby. So we are dedicating this episode to Art and baby Grace. Enjoy the next episode. To learn more about Universal Parks and Resorts, head to our show notes for links to our Discover Universal blog for a more in-depth look around our destination. While you're there, sign up to receive emails that will include articles, videos, and this podcast delivered right to your inbox to prepare for your next vacation. If you liked what you heard, leave us a review and don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.